I've written a letter to my MP, Mark Jenkinson, because I'm disgusted at the way that the Conservative government have just chosen to abandon unaccompanied children who have relatives in the UK but who now, because of a government decision, will be unable to reach them. I would encourage everyone to do the same. Write to your MP. Feel free to use this letter as a template. Write your own, amend this one. Write to your MP, but do something else. Publish it as an open letter on social media and let them know that you will be publishing their responses or the fact that they haven't responded by a certain deadline. For me, the deadline is 31st of January. That gives my MP 3 weeks to respond to this letter. Dear Mark Jenkinson, MP, I am a Workington resident and so one of your constituents. I find it difficult to understand how anyone claiming to represent this fine community of hard-working people could vote repeatedly to abandon unaccompanied and isolated children. The horror of this scenario for vulnerable minors, including toddlers and presumably even orphaned babies, will be beyond the experience of most, if not all, of your constituents, and presumably beyond your own experience too. Yet even you should be able to understand the helpless vulnerability to which you and your colleagues have condemned so many young asylum seekers and refugees. If you have within you the slightest ability to empathise, then I ask you to search your conscience now and undertake never again to repeat any similar travesty in the name of the people of Workington. Remember, people lent you their vote because many in this community were impatient to get Brexit done. But they didn't consent to barbarity of this nature. I don't know whether or not your vote to remove child protection and then to oppose the proposal to reinstate them were subject to party whips, but it makes no difference. You may say that you had to vote with the government or lose the party whip, but so what? You'd still keep your seat. You could still vote on any issue you wanted to. You could support the government when your conscience allowed, and you could still maintain your integrity. But no, the price of you remaining in the Tory party, to whom you've shown precious little loyalty in recent years, is the abandonment of vulnerable children. They pay the price of your acceptance into the Tory club. And what a club it's turned out to be. A nasty little cadre of abusers who are prepared to treat children this way isn't a club I'd want to be any part of. But why is it so appealing to you? Why is it so difficult for you to empathise with the children you've just condemned out of hand? Why are you prepared to see children suffer and die all alone in makeshift canvas villages just so you can remain a Tory? What makes you think that any of your constituents would ever think that a reasonable trade? I would be very grateful to hear or read your responses to the various questions I've asked you. I will be equally keen to publish your response alongside my letter, or, if no response is forthcoming by Friday the 31st of January, to publish a notification that you did not respond. Yours sincerely, Stuart Sorensen, Workington resident.